Hello everyone, this is Rachel from Sweet Bee Paper Co. I am here with another Tag Tuesday video, and I'm also here to work on my Sweet Bee challenge for February. February's challenge is love. Tag Tuesday is an open collaboration hosted by Sheree at Turquoise. I will link her channel below for you to check out. So my mom and I have a lot of different hobbies between us, and we end up sharing craft supplies, or when we destash, we'll see if the other person wants some stuff and we'll just share some stuff. So my mom gave me a box with some things in it, and of course I've rooted through it a little bit, but what I wanted to do is make something for her out of what she gave me to give to her for Valentine's Day. So let's take a look and I will show you what I think. So the rest of what is in here is fabric, and I'm not going to, well, let me take a look. A little looky here. I don't think I'm going to use any of the fabric in what I make today, but I will keep it near just in case. So the first thing I really noticed was this lace, which is gorgeous. And I've used this, I've had this box for a little bit, so I've already dug into the lace a little bit and used it for a couple different projects. But what was in the lace is, this looks like it came from a card. It looks like it was cut off at the top. It's kind of embossed. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's got these two hummingbirds on it. I know nothing about this. I don't know who the card was from, or if she just liked it and picked it up to use. I'm not sure. She included this roll of raffia. Not sure how to say that. It's kind of like it's about 1/2 inch wide when you pull it out. Dark brown. It's really pretty. That might be kind of neat for the tag topper. And some charms that I'm pretty sure these came from my stash. I gave her some to use. But there's these little hearts in there, some trees. So I definitely want to use probably the hearts. Some ribbon. This looks like, yeah, like some really, well, that's pretty. See-through ribbon. Not sure about this. It's a little wide for what I'm thinking of. Now these two scrapbook papers, I believe, were in her office at the hospital, and I think she used these in like the windows of her in her office. It had like this shelving unit with like these doors that slid across with glass in them. And I think she used these as like in the glass. And they're really pretty. And I'm thinking about using this one, since this is kind of for February and for love. So what I want to do is use this. We're going to decorate this a little bit, kind of jazz it up, and do a really pretty tag topper on it. But I also want to make a pocket for it to go in, and we'll decorate that just a little bit, not too much. And then I will back this because I want to be able to write a note to her on it. My thing is that I kind of didn't want to use these papers. I kind of didn't want to use these because they were in her office. I don't want it to give it to her and it be like, make her think of the hospital. She has retired, so she has tons of time for crafting now. But so I don't know. I kind of don't want to use them because of that reason. And I have tons of gorgeous flower prints I could use. So I think I will use something else, and something that just kind of coordinates a little bit better. I wanted to use like only things from the box she gave me, but I want to use different. different paper. But let's make the card first, and then we'll kind of see how we feel. Because you never know. So first, what are we going to do? What I want to use to back it is one of the note cards I have. Note cards I have sprayed down with coffee. So I want to trim it down a little bit because I want to like mount that on there. Mount. What I mean by that is glue. Okie dokie. I thought about fussy cutting that out and I just, too much. So let me find my corner punch that makes a mess. And I think we'll use a gourd pin. You know, every time I think about buying a heart punch, I talk myself out of it because I'm like, I won't use that very much. But you know, the last few days, I have been wanting a heart punch. Isn't that funny? Isn't that always how it goes? So I'm just punching the corners of this note card to kind of see how we like it, if we do like it with that. Yeah, that looks really pretty, doesn't it? Okay, next, we want to... Let's ink this up first. I'm using walnut stain. Sometimes I think walnut stain looks better with coffee stain stuff, and sometimes I think vintage photo does. Maybe it's just how much gets on the card. So these edges are raised a little bit. I've seen people do this. I've never done it before, so I'm a little nervous. With embossed papers, taking a ink pad and just kind of rubbing it over the top. Kind of feel like that looks like crap. But since I already kind of started, we're just going to keep going. What if we just blend it a little bit? So we are going to do the edges, though, in gold. Because it's got a little bit of gold on like the hummingbird beaks, the flower stems, and just a little bit here and there. I also wanted to use that lace in this, but maybe we'll use it on the pocket for the tag. All right, let me get a fresh wipe out. Maybe I should try it on something first. Yeah, that looks fine. This is a really bright gold. So this is a watercolor tube. Van Gogh Deep Gold, number 803. I mean, it's obviously not the same gold as the card is probably embossed with, but it still looks really pretty. Like, I kind of want to go over the raised parts with my finger just a little bit. So I barely have any paint on my fingers, or on my finger. And I'm just kind of going over those. Yeah, that looks kind of pretty. As long as I don't go nuts. Just enough to kind of add a little bit of shine to it. Oh, yeah. Actually, that over the... This over the Distress ink looks really cool. So I might actually add, I know I just said I wouldn't go nuts, but it's really kind of taken away from all that brown. It kind of makes it look like it's got a gold finish on it that's worn off a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if you can see the detail on it with the gold, but if I had to do it again, knowing what the walnut stain or what the Distress ink looked like on it, I don't think I would do it, but I'm okay with how it is looking now. So I am going to continue. I was thinking about adding gold to this, but maybe not. So while that's drying, so this is the back of the card, and I want to be able to write on it. So what I'm going to do is I just got this ink pad. this Distress Pad Victorian Velvet. So I want to do some stenciling on the back with this because it's a really gorgeous, like pinky purple. It does really remind me of velvet. Is that part of it? I don't think it is. That's so pretty. It's kind of different. I should have done two different ones, so when they didn't line up, it wouldn't bother me so much. Maybe I could just kind of, no. See, when I want to go to add something else, then it just becomes too much. You know what I mean? When I try to kind of like help my mistake. It's like I want to add something else. Maybe I could use some lace on the back. That looks really pretty with the lace behind the, or on top of the doily. Let's do that. That wasn't straight at all. My goodness. Okay, let's glue the doily down. You know, that's really pretty, but it's really kind of taken over, isn't it? We'll just leave the doily by itself. Doesn't that look boring? No! I know I have some stuff I can put on it. Oh, that's pretty. We'll do the orangish butterfly. Every time I think I will just record this really quick, it ends up, I end up making it more difficult, I think. Don't I? Yes, I do. How about we use a stamp down here to kind of draw the attention away of that it's crooked. Works for me. Okay. Now I need to think about, since I did that, how our tag topper is gonna work. I really do want to use some of this lace. That might be kind of neat. I'm starting to think about maybe doing a tab on the top. Are we ready to put this on, or do we want something else on it? I really don't want to put anything else on it. So let's glue this down. There's not a ton of embossing like in the middle of the card, so hopefully writing on it won't be too bad. Okay, I'm back. I'm running out of battery, so if it dies, I will come back and show you it finished. I've got a bunch of stuff done. I've got the pocket cut out. I'm just cutting a notch at the top. I did decide to use music paper on the back. So that's where we're at. So here it is all finished. Isn't it pretty? I did lose, my phone completely died yesterday. So, and then I had to make dinner. So I figured I would just finish it today. But I sewed around the edges and I tried to sew as close to the edge as I could because this is kind of a tight fit for the tag in there. And I decorated the front and put "You Are Loved." And there's the card all finished. I put a little heart charm and some recycled Sheree silk ribbon on the top. And it looks so cute when it was in the card. And of course, since February Sweet Bee Challenge theme is love, I put a love sentiment on it. And there's how the back looks. I love how this turned out. I can't wait to write her a little note on the back and give it to her. But yeah, it goes in there okay. But I'm kind of glad I didn't put more on the tag. Or we would have some problems. But I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are participating in Sweet Bee Challenge, let me know in a comment below. Make sure you use hashtag Sweet Bee Challenge in your title or in your post on Instagram. But if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.